Alright, Shalom Israel. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to whom it rightfully belongs, which is Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's Yahweh, which is who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai, which is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, and there's no God beside them. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, who are being faithful witnesses to the Holy Spirit, and salutations to the elect whom the Lord hath given ears to hear. Salakia. It says, U.S. Senator warns EMP disaster that could kill 308 million Americans is 100% certain. And this is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 15, verse 1. And it reads, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And that's we'll read through it. We'll read through it. All right, because this is another prediction, they would say. But it's only a matter of time that this is actually reality. Right? The Lord is about to bring various ways to off a lot of people. And this is just one of many. Whereas this is when a large electromagnetic pulse or geomagnetic disturbance event occurs, which according to Senator Ron Johnson, there is 100% certainty will happen at some point in the future. As many as 9 out of 10 people in the U.S. could die in a major depop event. All right, and that will certainly bring upon famine and then death and destruction. Right, that will certainly bring upon famine. That will certainly destroy all those who, have some type of living assistance in these hospitals and things of that nature. Those on dialysis and, take recovering or, cancer, chemo patients and stuff like that. It's going to be a lot of people, man. A lot of people. As a matter of fact, the scriptures tell us I believe it's in Jeremiah. Right, Jeremiah 16:4 and 3. For thus saith the Lord concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers that begat them in this land, they shall die of grievous deaths. And that word grievous goes into the word pestilence. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth. All right, and with 9 out of 10 people dropping, that's it's easy to see that people's bodies are literally going to be as dung. It's going to be out there. You just imagine that stench, right? And it says, and they shall be consumed by the sword. The modern day sword is the gun. And by famine, right? Because a lot of our food comes by way of manufacturing plants, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth. Now it says, Johnson, chairman of the U.S. Senate Committee of Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs, posed questions to witnesses testifying on Capitol Hill before his committee. He asked R. James Woolsey, chairman of the Foundation for Defense of Democracies and former director of the CIA, what would happen to society if the electrical grid were to be down for an extended period of time, such as a year or two, following an EMP event? Woolsey responded, is briefly dealt with in the Commission report of 2008. There are essentially two estimates on how many people would die from the hunger, from starvation, and from the lack of water, and from social disruption. One estimate is that within a year or so, 2/3 of the United States population will die. You know, when I seen that, you already know what precept came to mind. We'll grab it. Right? Because the scriptures literally say that in a particular land, 2/3 should be cut off and die. Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring a third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my power. You know? And hey man, the Lord decides to take certain of our family members out right now. It's actually a mercy. As even the scriptures say, you know, it's better to die by the sword than to die by hunger. So for these people that die from these various plagues, it's going to be very bad for them. They're going to go out very, you know, the Lord could allow you to go out in your sleep. Or he could allow you to go out by the teeth of wild beasts. It says, oh, let me grab this one. Speaking on 2/3, right? Matthew 24. And 38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark. You know, for the most part, people are focused on things that don't matter. Right? The World Cup. Meanwhile, articles like this is coming out. So it says, and knew not until the flood came. So the flood today would be nuclear missiles, the flood of fire, not necessarily of water, because the Lord said he wouldn't do that to the earth anymore. But we know, according to the scriptures, how 200,000 missiles is going to flood this place. And took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Then shall 2 be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left. 2 women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken and the other left. Okay? So this goes to show you that this ratio is not too far off. As far as 2/3 or hell, 1 of 1. Really, it's even less than that. You know? 2/3 is more like it, I would say. I brought this out just to show you how there's a ratio to those that will be saved and those that will be destroyed. Everyone is not going to get saved. Some people will, most people won't. The other estimate is that within a year or so, 90% of the U.S. population would die. We're talking about total devastation. We're not talking about just a regular catastrophe. It says Woolsey may have been the most pessimistic of the witnesses, but he wasn't the only one who was worried. Joseph H. McClellan, director of the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission's Office of Energy Infrastructure Security, reviewed some of the possibilities in his testimony. He explains that GMD and EMP events are generated from either naturally occurring on man-made causes. In the case of GMDs, naturally occurring solar magnetic disturbances periodically disrupt the Earth's magnetic field, which in turn can induce currents on the electric grid that may simultaneously damage or destroy key transformers over a large geographic area. EMPs can be generated by devices that range from small, portable, easily concealed battery power units all the way through missiles equipped with nuclear warheads. In the case of the former, the equipment is readily available that can generate localized high-energy bursts designed to disrupt, damage, or destroy electronics, such as those found in control systems on the electric grid. It says, the EMP generated during the detonation of a nuclear device is far more encompassing and generates three distinct effects, each impacting different types of equipment. A short high-energy radio frequency type burst called E1 that destroys electronics, a slightly longer burst that is similar to lightning termed E2, and a final effect termed E3 that is similar in character and effect to GMD targeting the same equipment including key transformers. Any of these effects can cause voltage problems and instability on the electric grid, which can lead to wide area blackouts. It says Richard Garwin noted in his testimony that very serious consequences are estimated for such an event of a magnitude that can be expected to occur at random once per century, with great events occurring with lower probability and lesser events more frequent. And when we look at what's been happening in the world, these phenomenon of events has been happening more frequently. Hell, recently you had two major earthquakes that hit Venezuela, whereas a lot of people said that's super rare. It says, has it ever happened before? All right, and that's okay, because even the scriptures say the earth is about to go through a time that it's never seen before. So we're going to see some unprecedented events. So it says the largest event ever recorded, called the Carrington event, occurred in 1859 during the pre-electric grid era. McClellan estimated that it was roughly a K8 or K9 level. The K-index quantifies disturbances in the horizontal component of Earth's magnitude field with an integer in the range of 0 to 9, with 1 being calm and 5 or more indicating a geomagnetic storm. Alright, I'm not really about to go through all this, but yeah, it's a possible scenario. We know, again, I could take that off. We know, again, that there's going to be a lot of people that get taken out of this earth. The scriptures also tell us, let's grab this. Second Ezra chapter 8, verse 3. Start at the top. And he answered me, saying, the Most High have made this world for many, but the world to come for few. I will tell thee a similitude, Ezra's, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee, that it giveth much mold whereof earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of. Even so is the course of this present world. There be many created, but few shall be saved. Alright? And we know the aftermath, as we read in Jeremiah 16 and 2 Ezra 15, that people will die of grievous deaths. Right? Whereas from the sword, whereas from pestilence, famine. Okay? And the Lord got a bone to pick with a lot of these people because they're evil. Their deeds are evil. Okay? And this generation, like the scriptures also say, horrible is the end of an unrighteous generation. So it's got to be some unprecedented evil times to match the unprecedented evil happening in these times. All right? So that's why we always say, stay prayed up. I'm going to finish it. I'm going to grab two more and then we're going to end it out. Psalms 34 and 17. It says, Let's start at 16. The face of the Lord is against them that do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. The righteous cry, and the Lord heareth, and delivereth them out of all their troubles. The book of 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 9. I'm sorry, I always get that confused. 1 Peter 2 and 9. Is it? Two and 9. 2 Peter 2 and 9. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust until the day of judgment to be punished. Right? So we want to pray like crazy that we aren't of that number. And with that, shalom to the elect.